division to show patterns with 10, hundreds, and thousands. So on page 81 in your math workbook, page 81, we're going to look at Spark Your Learning. The Golden Gate Bridge is a famous landmark in California. A toy store has a model on display of the bridge made out of blocks. The model is made using 9,000 blocks. Before it is put together, the blocks are stored in 3 bins. Each bin has the same number of blocks. How many blocks are in each bin? Show your thinking. So, we're going to think about a basic fact here. So, our overall problem, let me switch it again. There we go, I think we're ready now. So, our division problem looks something like this. With n for our unknown number. But we want to break that down into a basic fact. So a basic fact would look something like this. 9 divided by 3. Okay? Now, to show this problem, you might want to draw a picture that looks something like this. So we know we need 3 groups. So 1, 2, 3. And each group, we're going to put 1,000 blocks. And we're going to do that until we've used up all 9,000 blocks. So to show 1,000, I'm going to draw a square and put a T in the middle of it. So it's 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, okay? 4,000, 5,000, 6,000. 7,000, 8,000, 9,000. And you can see from there that we have put 3 groups of thousands in each group. So if we count that again, you've got 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. So when we divide that, n equals 3,000. So our answer to our question is that there were 3,000 blocks in each bin. So that's what we're doing today. We're looking at how to explore division with those tens, hundreds, and thousands, just like we did with multiplication in yesterday's lesson. So make sure you have those answers written down. You can pause the video if you need to complete it. All right, now we're going to go on to page 82. So page 82 in your workbook. We're going to look at build understanding. The toy store sells toy cars in packs of 320. A group of 8 friends want to share 1 pack. How many toy cars will each friend get? Here again, we have some instructions. Make sure you read those instructions carefully. It says start with a simpler number, so a basic fact. Represent how many cars each friend would get from a pack of 32 cars. So that's our simpler number. Write a division equation for the basic fact that you show. So we still have 8 friends, but they want us to simplify 320. So we're going to break that down to 32 cars. So we still have 8 friends, so here's our group. We'll do 8. And each friend is going to get 4 cars. And we keep drawing that out. When you finish drawing that out, you will have 32. We divided that into 8 groups, and in each group there will be 4 cars. So now let's take that a step further. Let's go back and look at our original problem. They had packs of 320. So how are 32 and 320 related? Well, I know that I can take 320 and I can rename that as 32 groups of tens. So 32 tens. So that tells me that 320 is equal to 32 tens. Now let's look at B. How can you use the simpler numbers along with place value and basic fact to find the answer? So we need to go back up to our question, our original question. We're trying to find out how many toy cars each friend will get if there's 8 friends and they sell the toy cars in packs of 320. So we're going to use all of this information here and here to help us solve B. How can you use the simpler numbers along with place value and basic facts to find the answer? Well, we just said that 320 is equal to 32 tens. So if we were to write that as a division equation, if you said 32 divided by 8, how many did we say each person got before with our simpler number? 4. So that was our first equation. So 32 divided by 8 equals 4. Then we could say that 32 tens divided by 8 equals 4 tens. Okay, so there's our next equation. 38 tens divided by 8 equals 4 tens. So 320 divided by 8 equals 40. So our answer to the very first question at the top of your paper would be 40 toy cars for each of the 8 friends. Okay, so again here we're taking that simplified equation, start with that, and then we said that we know that 32 can be 32 tens up here, divided by 8 would give us 4 tens. So 32 tens we said was equal to 320. So 320 divided by 8 equals 40, which would be the same thing as 4 tens. So check your work. Let's get a little bit more practice with that. I want you to do page 83 on your own. Do number 2, which is going to be very similar to what we just worked out together. Do number 2, and then also do check understanding 1 and 2 at the bottom. Notice the patterns with the zeros again for those problems. Notice the patterns for the zeros. You'll also see that those zeros are in blue. So they want you to pay close attention to how many zeros you have for each equation.